Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my super simple tank setup for my red-eyed crocodile skink. This tank setup won't require any particular skills, simple to make, and the items that I use are also easy to find. I'll try to explain everything in detail as well as showing you guys some videos of the process. So without any further ado, let's start. So first things first, I got myself a custom-made tank. It is 60 centimeters long, 35 centimeters wide, and 30 centimeters tall. In case you guys are wondering why is it only 30 centimeters tall, because you know crocodile skink, they do not really like to climb, so as long as you close your tank with a lid, there won't be any problems. For the mini pond or the area for the water, I added two pieces of glass sheets stuck together at the corner. It's 25 centimeters long, 15 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters tall. In my opinion, the right size for the mini pond. Now for the drainage layer, I use clay pellets, or some of you may call it hydrotons. Here I've soaked the hydrotons and poured it into the tank just to measure how much the hydrotons that I needed. Later on I took them out and started working on the background. Now I've seen many amazing stuffs people did with their backgrounds, but I don't really have time to make those complex backgrounds, and I don't think I'm capable of making those fancy backgrounds. So I decided to make it simple by using only coconut fiber carpet, which are cheap, easy to find, and most importantly, looks good. I cut out a piece of the corner which is in the pond area so that it won't absorb water. And after I cut it into the size that I wanted, I attached the coconut fiber mat using silicone glue. Waited 24 hours to dry and it's all good. Next up is the hydrotons again. I've added another pack. Poured it inside and spread it. Next, to separate the hydrotons from the substrate, I added a layer of nylon mesh. For the substrate, I'm using coco peat because it holds moisture very well and will definitely help maintaining the humidity. You can also mix it with sphagnum moss or cocoa husks to increase the humidity. But personally, I think coco peat is just enough. Next, I worked on the pond area. I bought some lucky bamboos for the decorations. I attached them to a cotton on the base and put them against the wall or the coconut fiber mat. Later on, I covered it with small pebbles so that it won't move anywhere. And I attached an internal filter or the low-level waterfall filter on the side. And that's pretty much it for the pond area. Moving on to the substrate, I prepared some dragon stones and a half-log tree bark for the hiding caves. Because you know crocodile skinks, they really like to hide. So we really need to provide as many hiding caves as possible. Next, I also provided a small food dish here at the corner. For the decorations, I added a small branch which I attached some java moss. For the next decorations, I'm using several plants here. I bought this, some pothos, and this one here, I don't know what it's called. And last but not least, I added several leaf litters that could possibly hold moisture. Next, I attached an analog hygrometer to the other side of the tank, just to indicate the humidity level of the tank, which I should be keeping around 70 to 90%. In case you're wondering where the mists came from, I actually bought a cheap mist maker, which I do not attach it permanently to the pond. It's not misting all the time, and it's not even there all the time. Not entirely sure if these type of mist makers are safe for my crocodile skink if she's inside the pond. So I just turn it on for maybe 5 minutes a day when she's not in the pond, plus spraying some water to keep the humidity level of the tank. And after that I just take it off. So now there you have it, my very simple DIY crocodile skink tank setup. This tank certainly has its pros and cons, which is a topic for maybe my next video. Everything actually went very well, but I just made several changes, which I will share the details next. Now to wrap up this video, I'd like to know your thoughts about this setup. Do you think it's good or do you think it's missing something? Just drop your comments in the comment sections down below. I did not use any UVA or UVB light bulbs because as far as I'm concerned, red-eyed crocodile skinks are crepuscular, or maybe some say nocturnal, so they don't really need sunlight or UV lamps. So yeah, I decided not to get UV lamps. Alright you guys, I guess that's all for today, and I hope you can get a new idea if you're planning to set up your own crocodile skink tank. My channel here is mainly about my dogs, but feel free to subscribe if you want to keep up with the updates. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.